Hello there guys and welcome to Daily Updates. The actions of General Mkhwanazi on the 6th of July 2025 are continuing to get validated by the events that keep following as we move forward into the ad hoc committee and also the Madlanga Commission. In his appearance at the ad hoc committee, General Mkhwanazi took the center stage to have a go at Panyaza Lesufi and his deployment of the so-called Amapanyaza. Well, General Mkhwanazi boldly declared that the Amapanyaza were illegal, and at some point he suggested that they should be disbanded as they were not following the constitution. Well, after the testimony of General Mkhwanazi, we saw General Sibiya coming, and when he came, he had a go at that statement that was said by General Mkhwanazi to say that I was surprised at some point when General Mkhwanazi wanted to arrest Panyaza Lesufi for the deployment of Amapanyaza. But to go to that issue, we need to look at the breaking news. Amapanyaza has been declared illegal by the public protector. Firstly, I think it will only be fair if we look at the video of General Mkhwanazi when he spoke about the Amapanyaza and the man himself, Panyaza Lesufi. Please have a listen.
It's against the law. The Premier must be advised. Example of it is when the Premier of Gauteng, with a good intention to fight crime in the province of Gauteng, but they started a unit that by law should not exist. The Amapanyaza that is famous. I raised that at the POC. Then I said, this is illegal. It's against the law. The Premier must be advised. He's got good intentions, but it cannot be done. The law doesn't allow it. The very same senior managers in the police says, no, just leave the Premier alone. We like this proposal. The following POC, legal services came up with a presentation, and they argued the same thing that I argued. Legal services. They presented that which is done in Gauteng, it's against the law. It should not be allowed. So this was when there was an engagement at the executive authority between the minister and the Premier at the time. But already these members were trained.
This is followed by the comments of General Sibiya, who decided that he's going to discredit those comments by General Mkhwanazi. Have a listen.
Saying that these are illegally established, and then since they are illegally established, he say, just say the word, one word, I will go arrest. So when he says, just say the word, I'll go arrest, I don't know whether he was meaning he will go arrest the Premier or he will go arrest all of them. But I guess the minutes of the meeting are there to say it.
Who's he?
General Mkhwanazi.
Now, the comments of General Sibiya really confused a lot of people, because why would the police have different views on the same topic? I mean, if they are the police, if they are both generals, they should be having the same view about the policies of the police. Now, General Sibiya decided that he's going to take his side opposite to what General Mkhwanazi is saying, but we can now confirm that those Amapanyaza that General Mkhwanazi was speaking about will now be repurposed into the Gauteng Traffic Police. That was the statement by Panyaza Lesufi, the Premier of Gauteng. Please have a listen.
To exist in their current form. This will be done in a phased approach. They will now be repurposed to be part of the Gauteng Traffic Police and Special Law Enforcement Units, SLEU, and other strategic security partners that will work with them. To do so, they are now taken back to training to enter into an extensive and intensive training for the next 18 to 36 months so that they can qualify to be part of the Gauteng Traffic Police. Those who can qualify for this training will be assigned to various municipalities for bylaw enforcement or the provision of security services in various government departments after acquiring the necessary training.
Well, now you can really realize that there is something fishy here. Why would the Premier decide that he's going to repurpose that which he was really bragging about, that I am creating employment for many people who are poor? Now, you were trying to create employment, but you did not follow the right channels in terms of bringing those things called Amapanyaza. General Mkhwanazi was on the right by saying that at some point he wanted to intervene on the matter of Panyaza Lesufi because that which he was doing was illegal. Now, what we are hearing now that they are repurposing the Amapanyaza, it's such a shame, because it means the comrades decided that they're going to bring something that might be electioneering, because remember, this started last year, 2024, just before the elections. They came with this idea, coining it, creating employment, and now that they've been exposed on the fact that it was illegal, they are repurposing it. But wait a minute, there is a statement from the public protector. So I just want to jump in on that report from the public protector, which says that the Premier has taken upon himself to paint outside the lines of the law by which he is bound in the way he has gone about establishing the CPW. The regulatory framework applicable and the rule of law would appear to preclude the Premier from so acting. However, the Premier remains unrepentant and persists in the illegal employment of the CPW. There is maladministration in the establishment and deployment of the CPWs, and that maladministration is that power of the Premier. That was the Public Protector South Africa indicating to us that the deployment of Amapanyaza was illegal. I mean, on the 6th of July, General Mkhwanazi decided that he's going to brief the nation about corruption. If you are going to discredit such a man, then you are going to have to base it on facts. People like Sibiya came and said that there is no way that General Mkhwanazi can have such power, to even go as further in saying that I am in KZN, but I'm going to try and arrest the Premier of Gauteng. Now, if you don't have people who are doing their job and someone who clearly knows their job and is not on that boundary, surely they should tell them how to do the job. That is what General Mkhwanazi did from KZN, but tried to show the people of Gauteng. The Deputy Police Commissioner holding such a position did not really know that the Amapanyaza were illegal. Now tell me, if Mkhwanazi now says that there is corruption in police, judiciary and parliament, if people go and discredit him, but they can't even know a mere fact about the Amapanyaza, what else should we trust them about? This man has single-handedly tried to save this country, and he might be successful. Well, that's if they don't try and eliminate him before we see the results. But this man has done the best of the best. He has shown this country that if you don't rise up, the road will continue. On the other side, you have people who don't know what they're doing. They just concluded with the minister who's been put on special leave, Senzo Mkhwanazi. The man denies everything. I wonder if Senzo Mkhwanazi knew that those that you call Amapanyaza were illegal or not. I would be very surprised if he said he knew that they were illegal, because if he knew it was illegal, surely he should have told them that you can't do that. Now, would we be right by saying that they put Amapanyaza in place in order to win the votes of the black people and the poor? Are we right to say that? Because they came with it before the elections. They didn't follow the procedures. Now they are being exposed to say that that was illegal. Instead of admitting that we were wrong, they are repurposing that into the traffic police. More cold drink, more bribes, and more of what we are seeing currently with General Mkhwanazi. Should we stay silent about these issues that we see in the country, or should we rise up like Mkhwanazi did? But I assure you that time is coming to an end. The only place that we can really make sure that these people feel the pain is through the ballot box. Unlike Mkhwanazi, we don't hold guns, but surely a pen and a paper will make these guys feel it. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel, and until next time. Cheers.